Hi everyone, this is Desiree, and today I'm going to be featuring Rubber Stamp Tapestry at www.pegstamps.com. Remember, I had a video before just to show how unique these stamp sets are. So let's do this again. I'm going to be using two of their sets that they recently released. The first one's called Itty Bitty Pumpkin Patch, and the second, Autumn Elegance. So I've taken a piece of craft cardstock. I've cut it 5 inches by 3.5, scored it at 2.5, and now I'm going to use Vintage Photo Distress ink, not the oxide, but the regular distress ink, the old famous one. And I'm just going to distress the edges with the ink and my finger dauber, just to give it a little bit of shadow, a little bit of depth. I am using my Memento inks with these stamps: Espresso, Truffle, Rich Cocoa, Desert Sand, and Toffee Crunch. So remember, with these stamp sets, what makes them unique is they're on pegs and they have a register. They're red rubber. There's not enough I can't say about these. But you want to make sure you know where that registration mark is on the stamp, so that if, in this case, since it's a pumpkin, the pumpkin is sitting upright when you stamp it. You can go by the image on top, but it's always just to check both, just to make sure. I keep a baby wipe always to my right, and that's how I clean my stamps after I'm stamping with them. It's very easy. Just fold it up, sit it there, and it makes you keep going. Some of their stamps are solid in nature, so I'm using the darker ink for that. Again, make sure you know where your registry is so that your stamp is sitting in the proper way that you want it to sit. I'm using the third value of brown for the little pumpkins to go down below, and you can see I'm just creating a gathering of the pumpkins, so to speak. I wanted this to just be in brown tones. Sometimes I just think that's classy instead of pulling in all kinds of colors. But again, it's just a different way to show how you can use these stamps to accent as something as simple as a place card. Now I'm using the vine, and what's great with the vines, know where your registry is, but it really doesn't matter. Just turn it and twist it. Where the registry comes in handy is when I'm going down in between the tops of those pumpkins, or if I want it to be a certain way. But you can see I'm just twisting and turning that stamp, that peg in my hand, to get the effect that I'm looking for. So I'm covering the bottom right hand corner on this, and you can tell that it's on an angle. Again, just to give it an accent, a little bit of scenery there. I've used one of my Sizzix dies from my stash, and I've cut out, I'm actually going to show you that die here, and I've actually cut out the smaller one, and I'm using a fine tip gold pen, and I'm going to write the name of the person attending my dinner. I'm going to set that aside to dry, and I have this burlap paper, and I cut it out in the shape of a pumpkin, and that's simply just a kind of an oval shape, and then cut off a little bit from the bottom and the top to give it that pumpkin shape. I'm going to use some organza ivory ribbon, and I'm going to take the name tag and I'm going to staple it all together. It makes it look like a little bit of a pumpkin. I don't know. I thought I was close. So I'm going to adhere that to my card base. What I'm going to use, these things are awesome. I found these treasures at Gina K, and they're Zot singles, but they're 3D. So they're like foam squares, but not the foam, and the white, they're clear. These things are absolutely great. They give you just enough dimension. They are large in size, and I believe these are the only size that they do come in. I'll put the link down below. So you can see we have a simple yet elegant looking place card for our dinner table for the upcoming holidays. Please, I do encourage you to check out Rubber Stamp Tapestry at www.pegstamps.com. They were so gracious enough to send me their collection and asked if I would do some videos for them, and by all means I was very honored. So please check them out. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to stay up to date, and remember everybody, be creative.